What's up, guys? My name is Jeff. I'm the owner of RDR Gear in Salt Lake City, Utah, and today we are going to do a comparison video. We don't do these often, but I feel these two guns deserve kind of their own dedicated video because there's some benefits and some downsides to both these. P365XL from Sig Sauer and the Glock 48 MOS from Glock. Both guns have a very unique features on both. Both are red dot compatible. The Glock primarily taking the MOS platform with either RMR CCs, the shield, the Holosun. I happen to have the new Holosun 507k. This was sent to us by Savior GST and Holosun for a review, so thank you guys for that. We appreciate that kind of support. But all I did was basically take this stock pistol, add the dot. I did a C&H Precision blue line plate. If you don't know, they have a charity thing, and I don't remember the exact name of the charity they do donate to, but these blue line plates are very cool. It gives you a little unique thing to your pistol, and you're supporting a good cause and a good company. So basically, plate comes with 2 screws. You set that up, you're good to go. And then the irons here are supposedly suppressor height from Mariglo, but they're kind of short. I don't get a lot of co-witness out of them, but I do get some. So again, at the end of the day, I don't feel that this as a carry gun, I would break the dot to the point where I had to get 2 irons. That's just me personally. 10 round capacity magazines. I know that Shield, you guys are going to say, oh, get the Shield mags. That's great. Shield makes some great products. If I'm going to carry a gun personally this big, then I just carry my 320 compact. That's just kind of my go-to gun because it's red dot compatible, 15 round magazine, etc., all that good stuff. So again, that's my go-to. The 365XL, another great pistol, very well done. My downside to this thing, the Romeo one is honestly a piece of shit. It's pretty bad. This one here won't hold zero. With infinite Sig's wisdom, instead of using a flathead screw style adjustment where you get the tool in the Holosun box, Sig sends you these micro miniature sized Allen keys, and you need an Allen key to adjust your windage left and right. Well, what's happened now with trying to adjust this so often that now the set screw that controls the turning of the adjustments, I guess, inside of it, now the set screw just wants to come out. So right now, when we shoot this gun today, we're going to use some serious Kentucky windage because right now my dot is basically at 2 o'clock right on the outside edge of the window. So we're going to shoot it just since we have the guns here, you know, no sense talking about not shooting them. But again, that is something that I wouldn't recommend the Romeo. When I got the Romeo one, it was through some horse trading I did with another guy, and when I got it, the all plastic sight, I didn't have a lot of faith in it. This gun will definitely get a new 507k, but at the end of the day, the Sig is great in the hand. I don't need any kind of mag extension. I did add the TacDev mag plates. This is a local company here in Utah. Awesome product. Brad has a lot of cool designs, especially around the Sig platforms, whether it be a 365, P320, whatever case may be. He's got some really cool innovative products. You can find those guys on Instagram. But and again, this is just simply a little piece to hang my pinky off of. 13 round mag capacity, flat face trigger, which I'm not a fan of. I prefer the standard trigger in my 365. And again, using these standard I guess X-ray sights that the Sigs come with. They say it's 2 co-witness. I can barely get the top corner of that sight. So again, I think if that was to co-witness, this sight would need to be taller. But again, I don't think that you're going to break a red dot other than this one breaking during zeroing, and it just maybe being slightly faulty from the jump. So again, I think when you guys look at Sig stuff, there is sometimes that stigma with Sig that you're the beta tester for Sig. You just basically it's made stuff and you're testing it for them. I do feel that's the same way because there are issues with the pistol at times. Me personally, I still have an original P365 that I've never had an issue with. Knock on wood, because we're going to shoot it today. But again, I do feel that there's definitely some QC and could be a better experience for the consumer when you're buying a Sig product. So again, we're going to try to make this work today. And let's shoot both the guns and see what they look like. So we're going to basically real quick, we've got a 2 MOA dot on the Sig that's going to be kind of wonky. I am going to cheat a little bit with the Holosun. I'm going to use the 32 MOA reticle in the Holosun. I find that, man, that's just an amazing reticle. You just got to be somewhere close and you're good to go. The 2 MOA dot on both these being micro red dots, that micro dot at 2 MOA is super tiny. I could see if these came out in the future with maybe 3 MOA or 3 2.25s like an RMR, even though in the smaller housing. I don't know. I don't believe that's an option out there right now, but again, 2 is pretty small for a red dot if you're only using the dot itself. That is why the Holosun is probably the king right now, with giving you the 3 reticle options: the circle dot, and the standard dot. So let's shoot them. All right, we'll start with the Holosun and the Glock 48. Eyes and ears, Crispy?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, nobody's losing their hearing today. All right, so let's we'll shoot the red with the Glock, and we'll shoot, since we have 13 rounds in the Sig, we'll shoot the white and the blue for the Sig. So, man, that dot picks up so fast. Wow, that is very impressive. I'm literally just putting the dot and I'm looking straight through the reticle onto the target. That is very impressive. Very cool. So for you guys at home, I've had this gun for a while. I actually have 2 of them. I bought them right when they launched on the Blue Label program, but I just didn't shoot them. They were fitment guns. My plan was to keep them both, maybe sell one or whatever, but now that guns are coming back into stock, we're getting back to normal in firearms, this is something I wanted to give you guys an option, but I do see a lot of the LE guys out there, a lot of my customers looking for this pistol. We make the inside waistband holster for this. We're probably going to expand to an OWB, and we're going to expand to a light bearing model as well. But definitely that 507, man, that is where it's at for sure. But shoot the Sig. So as I mentioned earlier, the Sig had somewhat of a meltdown. We have a very strange position of our red dot, because this adjustment screw, as I mentioned, Sig's infinite wisdom uses an Allen key, and somehow this is busted inside here, and the little Allen key deal that turns is now just coming out of the dot. So I like the pistol as a whole. I'm not a fan of the flat face trigger, the way it's angled. I do like the standard trigger in the 365, but I do like their X-ray sights and the cocking serrations and all that good stuff. The TAC Dev base pads are amazing, so let's shoot this sucker, and hope like hell I can Kentucky vintage this and not embarrass myself. So we're gonna shoot, I'll have to move a little bit, but we'll shoot the white and the blue. Yeah, trying to use dot and the front half of that iron sight is kind of wonky. So, but again, if the dot had held, I think I would have been okay. I'm probably gonna let's load up another mag set and run another mag on these. All right, we're back. We got some ammo. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves here. Okay, so, all right, folks, this is a crazy shit, right? And I knew this might happen today. So, Crispy, you're kind of new to red dot. So, before, when we started, me missing, the dot was kind of like right here, right? And if I looked in the glass, the dot was kind of hovering in this area around 2 o'clock. Right now, I am dead center over the front sight. That is some weird shit, right? That is bizarre. Oh, and the nut is flush now. The screw is flush. I'll be damned. All right, let's try this again, see what happens. Let's move it in. And we are back to the right corner at 2 o'clock. So I'm wondering if the recoil is moving, and you can see, kind of see how the screws, the shiny portion right there, it's back out again. So very interesting on this Romeo. But that is our conclusion of the Sig Sauer P365XL in a comparison with the Glock 48. And when I go back to the studio tonight, I'll give you guys some down and dirty rundown on some specs and whatnot on both these guns, some price points, etc., and kind of my final thoughts. Stay tuned. Take care. And today we are back at the studio, and we're going over 2 very popular EDC pistols, the Glock 48 MOS and the P365XL. So I own both these guns. Let's start with the 365, since we have the fancy case or stand for the 48 here. So when I bought this gun, these pistols are normally for me to use for holster fitment. We use live guns as many times as possible to test fit the holsters and ship them out to you guys. When I got this gun, it did not come with the Romeo. The Romeo Zero was added at a later date. When I got the Romeo, I was a little skeptical, not gonna lie. Plastic housing, the lack of the ability to co-witness, even though they say that it says it can, didn't really impress me too much on Romeo. And today, it validated those issues or those statements. When we started out the day, the Romeo, and it is back again. It is now at a 2 o'clock position in the glass. Throughout the day today, it was actually moving. And so when we present the pistol, right now we are very wonky far to the left or far to the right. And throughout the day, it was kind of shifting back and forth. Some people say, oh, that's your eyes. No, it really did move back and forth. I know that because the screw that you use, and that's Sig's Infinite Wisdom, the windage and elevation knobs, or adjustment, I should say, are not Phillips head or flat head like others are. It is a Allen key, and it's a very, very small Allen key. Long story short, I had the tool, and for some reason, the left to right adjustment, the screw that's in there, it just keeps wanting to back out. It doesn't actually adjust. If I kind of put a little tension on it, it'll kind of bite and shift a little bit, and then it kind of goes back on its own. So I'm not quite sure what the issue with that is. I'm probably just gonna get rid of this if shit can't hit, and I'll put a 507 onto this gun as well. And I'll get to that more, but that dot really does show the inadequacies of the Sig products in regards to options for reticle, clarity of dot, and its overall adjustment and end user function. So, pistol. I like the gun. It shoots great, it shoots fast. I'm not a big fan of the flat face trigger, even though it has a good reset. The over travel is a lot, right? And so, or excuse me, the take up is quite a bit, and the over travel is so-so. But the take up is quite a bit of there until you get to that wall, and then your shot breaks. I should probably tell you guys too, everything's been checked for all you Chads and Karens out there. But when you get to that wall, that trigger breaks. The reset is very easy to shoot, and if you're shooting reset through recoil, that's even a faster shooting gun and a very compact pistol. The gun shoots lights out. It really does shoot well. This gun could go either way again for me. If I was to rotate this back into my EDC, it could go back to an irons gun, but most likely to go back to a 507k, and that would be really a very, very solid EDC gun. So overall, you know, you're not gonna, oh, Jeff said buy one. No, but at the end of the day, if you are looking for a mid-size EDC carry gun, I can't say enough good things about the XL. Holsters are available, accessories are available. Cool company here in Utah, Tac Dev. They make these base pads, and they make a lot of stuff for various different SIGs. They have a lot of really cool features for that. They're locally here in Utah, down south, but they make this cool base pad that kind of fills in the frame here. And what's nice about that is that just a little bit extra filler right there is a place for your pinky to land. So again, overall, you can't go wrong with the XL. The Glock 48. You know, this gun has been in the safe, and today was the first day shooting it. We have two of these, and they're both for holster fitment. One had been kept new just in case I was going to get rid of it, but the other one we used for holster fitment. Phenomenal gun. I had not shot it actually until today. Many people told me about it. I know many people who own it. I personally think that if I was going to carry a gun in a 19 size capacity, I'm just going to carry my 320, right? That's kind of my go-to red dot pistol. This definitely does make a run for that, even with the 10 round magazines. With the 10 round magazine, I don't think you need to, I shouldn't say that. I don't believe capacity is a must have, because I feel that if you're putting the time in, putting the work in, 10 rounds is plenty to get it done, if it comes down to it. That's all personal preference. That's just my personal view. This is a grab and go gun for me, maybe something I would run out to the movies, or maybe just go to the store real quick and grab some groceries. I could throw this on a belt and be on my way. It shoots very, very well. And this 507k V2, this is the green version. This was sent to us by Holosun and Saber GST. So Joe, thank you very much for hooking us up with the dot. But man, what a difference in the V2 from the 507K. This is the green version. I have it set on the 32 MOA reticle, and today this thing was lights out. Phenomenal, phenomenal dot. If you are running a red reticle and you have the opportunity to look through a green or try out a green reticle, highly recommend it. It is night and day difference on pickup, and today it was pretty bright. We shot the 507 and we shot the K, or 507K V2, the green and the red. The red was difficult to pick up today, even it was very bright. So granted, we had some red targets, you know, and whatnot, but the green, the eyes pick it up amazingly well. Of the three reticles, the 32 MOA reticle was the best one for me. That was the easiest to pick up. The single dot 2 MOA dot, it's small. It's really small. Slower to pick up on transition versus the 32 MOA reticle. It's simply just, if it passes over it, pull that switch and you're good to go. So great option there. I'm using the CNH plate. This was their limited edition blue line plate, and they donate a portion of their proceeds to a charity called COPS, which I think was Care of Police something. I can't remember exactly. I should have wrote it down. But anything where there's going to be some charity donation to anything for law enforcement, we're always going to be about that. So if that's not your gig, that's on you, but that's how we like to support our men and women in law enforcement here. So the CNH plate, phenomenal, super easy, lock up, set up, everything's phenomenal on that thing there. The overall gun itself, I really do like the 48 now that I've had some time to shoot it. I think, again, I could buy the Shield magazines, and I probably will order some, and I'll just wait for them to restock and ship. They may be in stock now. Having the 15-round capacity for this thing, it is a little bit lighter weight. I have to weigh the 15-round magazine loaded with the dot, everything else, compared to, like, say, a 320 or 19, to really say that there was a benefit of carrying a slimline 9. It is kind of a weird thing that everybody buys the lighter, thinner weight gun, then loads it back up with more bullets, and a light. But that's here nor there on that aspect of it. Overall, I was really, really impressed with the pistol. I wish these Ameriglow sights were slightly taller to get a true co-witness. But again, I don't think that with how well these dots are built, I don't think that I'm going to be damaging the dot to the point to where I would have to go to irons, right? So again, overall, this would be a great EDC carry gun. And even if this was a primary gun for someone who was smaller stature, who wanted maybe an outside the waistband setup with some mag carriers to run as their primary EDC/training gun. So the 48, as you guys know, is a phenomenal product, highly recommended, and I think you guys would be great going with this same setup. That kind of concludes our review of the comparison head-to-head with the 365XL and the Glock 48. If you have any questions, you can always email us at info@rdrholster.com. Shoot me a DM here. Please like, share, and subscribe to the RDR Gear YouTube channel. We post 2 to 3 videos every week with gear that we sell, gear that we use, gear that we buy. Just overall sharing cool stuff with cool people. So thanks for watching, guys. Be well. Take care.